y'all. It's your girl, the real deal, Anita Skills Reaction. Like, share, and subscribe. I want to thank the people who rejoined my channel. I just want y'all to know I appreciate y'all. Y'all touches my heart. And I appreciate those who thinking about joining. And thank those all my subscribers. I love y'all so much. I love everybody. I love people. And thank you for joining it. Thank you for subscribing. Let's join and participate. I'm doing better over here with time. Okay, I told y'all I was gonna work on time because a lot of you are missing my live, but now I'm getting better. I told y'all I was gonna work on it. So I want to get into the two faces. You know, when y'all said two faces, y'all be telling people there are two faces. Now, I want to talk about Letecia Stauch. I may be saying their name wrong. I apologize. My name been called wrong all these years, 60-some years old. I don't stress that out on people. Because people have the same name, spell their name like you, and don't pronounce it the same way. So let's get into it. Let's get into the real deal of it, okay? Thank y'all already. Smash that like button. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Since I'm keeping up with this Letecia Stauch and Lori Vela Daybell, Daybell. Well, if I pronounce it wrong, I'm not doing it purposely. Okay. Those two ladies, kind of like it's if you don't be careful, the cases can mentally stress you out. It can stress you out because there are two. It's those ladies got personalities. It's two personality there, and dealing with their personality, something that triggered them and made them change to who they are. Cause how they was nice women at first. Everything I say is allegedly, okay, and this is for criticism purposes and commenting. The way I see these two women right here, y'all, just like they said, mentally, this case can stress you out. Ever since I've been on this case and trying to revitalize what I think happened, it becomes stressful to me. And I can feel the stress, but it's not a bad stress. It's just something that will trigger your mind. And that's why we was talking about social health and mental and emotional health. This case has really taken a little bit of toll over me since I've been doing it. I want to share something that allegedly both women really going through, and I'm gonna share this with you. They'll do anything to be with that man that they're with. I noticed that they would do anything to be with the man they love. When those two ladies, Letecia, I'm gonna call them out their first name. I'm not trying to disrespect them. I don't care how and what they do, what they going through. I'm not gonna disrespect them. Both ladies mentally is in control of the relationship. They not the money control, but they are the mind controllers in the relationship. I had to check Chad out. Chad, I had to really go back today earlier when I got off from work to see what was up with Chad. Chad, I had to check Charles out and I checked Chaz out. Chaz At first, I couldn't tell. Okay, with Chaz, I believe Chaz got Lori to where she is mentally. And I know y'all want to know why I say that. See, at first, when they do, is another dude was talking, and he was like, Lori is the mind controller. No, when I studied Chad spiritually, he's the one started saying, put 1 foot in the grave and all that. He was so into the some kind of Bible he has. He was so into the evil revelation of what he think is right. He took Lori from where she were in the world mentally and fed false narrative to her head. She was weak. Tisha Stauch and Tisha Stauch and Lori Vallow, two women with a hidden secret about themselves that they didn't tell the men that they love what they were going through. There are a lot of people with capacity and anxiety and other things going on with them too that we don't know. We don't know. See, those ladies, they didn't just flip like that. They didn't just turn like that. And they ain't just got like that. Whatever they was doing took control over them and they got like. Y'all got to understand what I'm saying. You got to understand what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you something. You can't mix style, Camper. You can't mix. Hold on, God. I'm turning out the car. I'm so tired. That case been draining me. I'm not about to let a case drain me. I'm not about to let nothing drain me. But looking at this case, oh man, took my medicine. That's why I'm feeling funny. Looking at, thanks for joining. And me and Car. Looking at these two faces of these women. It's something they've been dealing with all their lives. But the men don't know it. The men that they be around don't know it. One of the women, one of the ladies, Letecia, and Lori is dealing with something that they were messing around with spiritually. Now, with the cults, you have different level of cults. You have religion cults, cult, and you have, yes, you have different level of it. And the religion cult is something that is evil side, the way they put it. Chad and Lori is evil. They think they God. Chad been this way. Chaz motivate Lori into this. Lori was, okay, let me put it like this. Lori was in it spiritually, but when she got involved in it. See, some stuff, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I experienced. I'm just speculating on me. Dealing with these two women. When I was trying to read, see, when you start getting into their book of Revelation, it says what they are saying. I'm not about to preach about this. I'm just saying this is what Lori Vallow and Chad going through. Cause Chad write books about this, y'all, about spirituality and revelation. But it's the evil portion of. But if you go back and read the Bible, it's evil inside the story, inside that Bible. It's evil in me. I'm not about to get into that, so let me get out of it. But that's what happened when you get in stuff. And that's what happened to Lori. Then Lori allegedly mixed sex, drugs, money, and deafness. Because all this is connected to the revelation that they want to live in. See, sometimes you have to deal with evil to be good. See, y'all got to understand what's going on mentally with them. Now, you got now Letecia Stauch mentally start stressing out because just as well as Lori, I listened to both of these cases. Both of these girls have some things in common. They both was taking care of those kids with both of them have kids with disabilities. Both of them have boys. And both of them have boys with disability. Yes. Lori had a son, adopted son with disability. Letecia had a stepson with disability. With both ladies, if you put them together, they both had those boys all the time. Majority of the time, who those boys were with? Their stepmama and the adopted mama. I'm going to call them the mamas. Both cases is dealing with mental and emotional health. Yeah. They both are dealing with boys with disability. Now, dealing with kids in general, even if the normal average child, can be very stressful. But just imagine if you're dealing with someone with a disability and they don't understand why you triggering like you doing, and then they get on your nerve. And then with both ladies, it's the belief. What I'm gonna do. I love this child, but I can't deal with this child no more. So they get the drinking, doing drugs, allegedly doing drinking and drugs. I can tell they stress. See, I studied both of them ladies, Letecia Stauch and Lori, y'all. That's how come sometimes I may get their names wrong. If I ever do content of one of them ladies I'm doing both for some mind thing. I may call one on Letecia. I may call Letecia, and I'm not doing it. If you hear me do it, I'm not doing it on purpose. They have so much in common in how they sit in court. They are older women. That's what they have in common. They are older women also. And they are mentally going through something. Those two ladies, Lori and Letecia, think they are getting old, too old for their husband. They were young when they got their husband, remember? That's why their husband got them. But the husband get old too, but I'm talking about these women. We're talking about the women. So I feel you're gonna feel like he don't want me anymore. Because he think I'm getting older. And it affect that woman mentally. Lori, it affects her mentally, and it affects Letecia. Then it becomes stressful. I got the kids all the time. You know, in a lot of cases, you hear people, and them too, with the boys, with even Lori told, see, Lori was able to tell her story in 2020 during the pandemic. She would be able to stand trial. Letecia, before the pandemic, could stand trial. When that pandemic came in mentally and took a toll of them, and they was in that house with them kids the whole time, ask yourself who had them children the whole time. There are relationships right now where the woman got the kid, got this man kid the whole time. And you got the adopted mother. She got her kid really the whole time. Let me back up for y'all for something. Let me take my medicine. I'm gonna tell you this. Oh yeah, I want to get one of them or this one or for their little girl here. Okay. How about two of the little girls some oil, y'all? I love children. I just love kids. And that what takes a toll of me in these cases. But with these in my hand, I probably bring one little girl some oil for her hair, and I'm bringing another girl some oil for her hair. But I had supposed to been brought this oil, but God knows I put it in my book bag so I can bring my babies their oil. They look one of them in the the second grade, one in the second, like a little lady, and the other one in the pre-K, and y'all in the kindergarten. I'm gonna get them the order. They raining. But let me get back into it. See, Lori, if the pandemic hadn't hit, Lori and Letecia time to think the way they think. And see, when you was in it, see, this happened back then, y'all, in pandemic. What were we doing during the pandemic? Stuck in the house. I love it, but it may not be for you. You know, it may not be for you. It may be for me, but it wasn't for you. Being in that house like that, and you got the son who got a disability, you gonna either be drinking or you gonna do something, because kids, normal kids get on your nerve. Just admit, they're gonna get on your nerve. They're not doing it purposely. And then if they're not taking their medication right, it's all over the world. Now you got the child. So your husband ain't never there. So whatever you do to the child, you're gonna think that you appreciate that he's gonna appreciate it. Because if he don't have to worry about his son no more. Something happened to both of them ladies to make them trickle out like that. I've been studying them psychologically. And I watches them in court. And the reason why they competence level be okay in 1 minute, because right now they are dealing with allegedly a bipolar stage. And I don't even really want to, I'll tell you what I want to say, anxiety. They really can't stand, they really can't stand, they really can't stand the trial. They really can't understand. They know something happened to those kids, and they protecting what happened to those kids. And somebody mind controlling them because they became manipulated with what they did. Y'all, I'm serious. I'm serious. Every time I say something, I hear them talking about it, and it freaks me out because you can, if you was like me and you are very observant and you get to a person's mind, you can see them two women right there. They were weak women, weak-minded women. They are weak-minded women's trying to fit in. Them women, Letecia, Stauch, was beautiful. She wasn't even like she is in the courtroom. If you look at her in the courtroom, it's her whole nail probably, her whole finger may be bent. She might be biting on this. She biting on that, or either she messing with her hair. Or either when she don't want to hear what they talk about on the stand, she'll do like this to her lawyer. I study her. And them jury doing, the jury, they doing what I'm doing. When they talk up, when somebody talk on the stand, I don't look at them. Because I already don't look at them. I saw, when I deal with both of these ladies, these women cases, I first check the person out who on the stand. Then I listen to their voice. Then I don't look that way no more. When they get to talking, I look at the girls. I look at the ladies. I watch this Letecia. And I watch this Lord. When they start talking. Tisha, always like this. She gone. Letecia need help. She mentally need help, y'all. If that girl is suicide level, I hate to say it, it's gonna come up. I hate to say it. It's gonna come up. Allegedly. They're gonna have to watch Letecia. See, Lori can't stand being in there. Lori can't stand being in that courtroom. Lori hurt because it didn't have to be like that. She thought Charles didn't want her, he wanted somebody else. And she gave all her time to Charles. But guess what? Charles told his sister. He told the police. Charles told the police something wrong with Lori. She's not herself. And she not herself because she been dealing with who? Chad. Before she started dealing with Chad, she was all right. Either. If y'all don't want to say it's Chad, don't forget the books that he writes. And then he took her from where she was. He took her from where she was living to that state and brought her to a land and started a cult. Letecia did what she did because she was tired. She was sick and tired. Mentally dealing with somebody else's problem. That's not even her child. Y'all know how it is with stepchildren. Y'all know how it is. I had a stepmama. I know what I was doing to her when I was young. I didn't care about her. I cared about I love, but I was being evil, naive too. I being so like I don't want her around my daddy, and she ain't never did nothing to me. So just imagine that she didn't have nothing against me. I didn't have nothing against her. It was just something I was going through because I didn't want nobody around my father. But this is different. So what would I do? I'll become what you call it, rebellious with her. And then my dad will get on me. Look, it's not messing with her, it was messing with me. Because I ain't want my dad to be with nobody. Now, go back to Letecia. She's the opposite. She had another man child more than he had his son. She thinks that he didn't care, but he cared, but he wasn't there. Y'all got me? Don't ask me to say that no more. Y'all know how that is. You got the child over here with us. But then, who with the child the most? Me. You're not with the child. Y'all, I'm going to tell you something. They didn't just wake up one day and did this. Neither women. They got two faces. 1 minute they one way, and the next minute they next way. They say somebody else. 1 minute they this person, next minute they another person. That life, y'all. But theirs got uncontrolled, out of control during the pandemic. Now, what's putting a burden on them, and it needs to, because those kids not here, they didn't ask to be gone. It's a lot of people in this circle. There's some more people in Letecia's circle. She ain't gonna say nothing. She gonna take the charges. She gonna do it her own self. Lori, she's not gonna never talk and tell. She loved Chad so much. Letecia loved Gannon father so much. Oh, they just so loving. They ain't getting out of jail. So what they gonna do with each other? I heard when I heard the phone conversation with Chad and Lori, I was like, why he talking to her like that? Why is he talking to her like he don't want to be bothered with her? I hate when somebody do that. I'm in jail now, and then you acting like you don't love me no more. He like, what you say? I don't like that, y'all. I'm sorry. It's just some women felt in the wrong, I feel sorry for women when they just good, they sweet as they can be, but they get manipulated by other people. Other people know what they doing to get them that way. They can't start controlling. I hate to see a man try to control your mind. They'll do it. It's easy. For some women, it's easy. I bet both of them were some beautiful, beautiful women at first, y'all. And what I've been telling y'all the whole time, just be honest. I told y'all what they're doing. I've been telling y'all this with these cases. They had pandemic stopped bad up a whole lot of cases, because you got to remember, a whole lot of cases was already backed up, and they caught up, and then the pandemic threw it off. The president threw it off, not the pandemic. The pandemic gonna be here. Whatever gonna be here, gonna be here. If it really was. I ain't gonna get into that either. Y'all, this case right here, these women in the court, you ought to see Lori, she be like this. And when they start talking about them children, She didn't want to be in that courtroom. Wasn't nothing wrong with her. But you did it, Lori. You did it. You didn't do that by yourself. My thing is, why aren't they on? They be on women so hard. Why they not on Chad? Men always. I ain't trying to do the liberation thing, but it seems like you're blaming the woman for something a man did too. She didn't do this by herself. Lori didn't do this by herself. Love did that. She and her lover did this. That lady can't do all that by herself. Letecia didn't do all this by herself. Tisha had help. See, Tisha had help, but she manipulated her people to do things. She manipulated her people to do things. Lori and her husband did things. And family member. Oh yes, they used what they did. Well, they used their both ladies used their family members. God, this case right here, I don't even know why we got two cases up at the same time mentally. I'm gonna be honest with you. It has taken a toll on me to the way I'm putting my messages out there on YouTube. I have to put my videos in a different order just to keep up. This case here is so. Anytime it involves women and children, it gets to me. And I've been trying to control it. I've been trying to balance. That's what they even told the jury. See, when they start talking about them kids, it take a toll of me. And I've been like that all my life. All my life. I love children. No, this ain't the right one. Something missing. One of y'all I didn't take out. Oh. Blood pressure. Y'all, these women go through a lot. Women go through a lot when they're being manipulative, and I want to find my word. Neither one of those women are competent in doing this trial. Neither one of them. They dealing with anxiety. They right there, they like a ticking time bomb. So all they faking in court. See, you had one. See, Lori, when court was hitting it, Lori was all smiling, chilling. Now when it got real to her, and she knows she felt like she ain't gonna get away with it. See, these are women been getting away with things a long time ago. See, they ain't getting away with stuff like that no more. See, Lori had 4 husbands. And I know all of them didn't live. So the mind game that she was playing, she can't play them no more. I wish them ladies had a guy help when they supposed to. See, I'm gonna tell you something with Lori. Charles told his sister not to kill my child. See, look, y'all, look. Let me take hold on, y'all. Let me take my water pill. Neither one of these ladies was like this at first. They were some good women, good, smart women. Charles, Lori, ex-husband, told his sister, cause she got the what is it, y'all, when you got the overrider or something over person? Oh, okay. So there. Sure. Slow down. Lori, ex-husband Charles. JJ is really not his son. He adopted his family member child. That's not really his son. That's his adopted son. Charles told his sister, who testified in court, don't get my baby. Whatever happened to me, don't get my wife, JJ. Because he already knew mentally she wasn't herself. He told the police that. He told his sister that. They asked the sister in court, well, why did you do it? He already knew what she was going to do to JJ. She did it. She did what Charles said she was going to do. I use the bathroom. Charles did, let me say, everything Charles told his sister, she did the opposite. He said, don't give my baby, don't give my son. And that really not his son, but he adopted, so it's his son. Don't give my, anything happen to me, do not give my wife that baby. Do not give Lori my son. What did she do? She gave JJ to Lori. But the sister said she gave JJ to Charles and Lori because at that moment they did have a good marriage. It was beautiful. Until Charles told the police, he called and said, please put my wife in the mental institution. She said she was God. She started talking that cult, spiritual. I want to look it up and get into it because it's something religion cults. And they had one with John, back in the day, what the dude name was, y'all? Jim Jones. Y'all wouldn't remember because y'all were young. Jim Jones had a facility like a cult and a big old land and all that right there. When you believe in a person, you'll do anything for a person. Man, the mind game, y'all. That's what happened to Lori. Lori got hooked up in Chad religion. Chad religion is a revelation of what he believes. And it's sad, some of that stuff he said. But if you really live the way the Bible tells you to live, then you got Letecia. Oh, Lori, see, I told y'all, Lori and Letecia are not, they got two faces. They over him, then they over him. 1 minute they acting like this, whatever. They don't have no control over that. I would like to see them ladies get some help. They done been ran over so many times. They done been walked over, stepped over. Now they figured that even the teacher got up there, the principal got on the stand for Letecia. Said good stuff about Letecia back then. Told Letecia would teach school and told Letecia that. And then look, y'all, look at their relationship, how it balanced. On Letecia's side, she was the teacher. And over here on Lori's side, her husband worked with retirement plan. He worked with the retirement, the board. Both cases deal with the board education. Ain't that something? All these cases, both of these cases are related. Every case we don't cover on YouTube is what? Related. Lori was a pretty good teacher. When start mentally start happening to her, it was slow to when slowly. You can get anxiety working around kids. Her was billing in the whole time, and she needed her husband. He was never there for her. Lord was doing everything. Just because you send a woman to check money through the bank account to do everything, she still need you too. So it was a lot of things missing out of both of them, marriage and life. And I hope, even though they did wrong, even though them women did wrong, I still would like to see them get help. I know most people gonna say, "Oh, they were so evil. They did. Why you want them to get help? That's just how I am. They need help. Even though they lock them up, they still need help. No human deserve to just go out like that. Them children didn't deserve to go out like that. I know y'all said, well, them children did. Yeah, but see, that's something we don't have no control of now. Them children supposed been saved a long time ago. Well, with the family then. The principal said Letecia was good worker. She just need to find her substitute teacher to cover her class, and she can take that day. That's what they told her. They told her you can, if you got a sub, you can take a day off. If she ain't got no substitute, she can't take no day off. That's all they said. And she said that she's a good person trying to do good. Then all hell broke loose. Stress, anxiety, depression, love. I'm gonna rest my mind, cause this case right here. I mean, y'all, I'm talking about. I have to really take naps. I'm not about to let no case get to me. And I don't feel neither one of them women was treated right. Neither one of them women was treated right. Y'all see our rain? We dealing with rain today, baby. Yeah. Women just go through so much. Women go through so much. So much. It ain't easy dealing with kids. It's not. It's not. I've been so tired. I'm not bad. My thing is I got to finish that case out. It ain't gonna take long to get them. They already convicted. I can't wait till they finish. They're gonna have to watch Lori, because Lori that type like to do magic. I'm both of them. What we been dealing with, y'all, on most of these cases? That magic. That spiritual stuff. We going through a spiritual welfare right now, but we don't want to admit it. We don't want to admit it. Spiritual warfare. It's the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. All right, y'all. Laura won't be back in court until Monday. They won't do court 'cause one of the prosecutors had emergency in his house. Mm. This case could have been avoided. Lori case. JJ. JJ and T, what her name? I'm gonna say Tila. T. What time is it? I got. Oh, Chad. Hold on for a minute. Let me put these in because I got to run in there. Let me let y'all thanks for joining. See, I'm tired. Y'all thanks for joining. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. But I got to take care of myself while I'm on it. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. And I'm on all the information. I got this other case that we're going to talk about today when I get out from work. I told y'all I was going to change them. Y'all see the changes that I'm doing? I do it because of you all pushes me to do stuff. I'm in that room. I don't have to be in the bed no more when I do my live. I'm in my YouTube room. I told y'all that, done it. I told y'all I was gonna start putting my videos out there right for y'all, done it. To put the time, I'm learning. I'm not used to doing this. Everything like this is new. If you want to learn something, you want to know something, you got to make that what? Change. I want to do right. I'm learning from a young man. That's why I'm working on me with that in that area. I just get easily to get discouraged when I try to protect people. Everybody who know me know I'm like that. But y'all just don't know. I don't. When it come down to children and women like that, they don't usually tell me. They didn't tell when it comes down to like these cases. These two women, these children and these women. I hear both of them women asking for help a long time ago, and their help was ignored. I hear the kids needed help. I can see in the cases the kids, their stepmamas and their adopted mothers were doing what they had to do. Now, that was Lori's daughter. She let family, other people do things to their daughter. That's why everything turned out right there with that. Let me do what I need to do too. Y'all be good. I'm at work and I'm about to bag out and do what I need to do so I can come back into my parking lot. I got some cones. I'm about to put my cone right here. So nobody want to get my spat before them buses start coming in. I'm going to put my cones right there. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm out.